Hey there, this is Matt Cox here, your realtor in Central Phoenix. And basically, I wanted to kind of go over this. I think if you're looking to buy a house right now, I would look for a, a house next to Lifetime Fitness. Okay. It sounds kind of crazy, but I personally think it's not a bad idea. Lots of good school choice. So, for instance, we're probably gonna have to drive my son to. I'll make another video about that, but we'll probably have to drive my son to his school for for what we want him to achieve. For instance, okay. But that being said, something that our whole family can enjoy is definitely Lifetime Fitness, and I think for a lot of parents, it's really hard to focus. It's the first thing that goes when you're a parent and you're married is essentially your health, right? You're giving so much to your job and to your spouse and to your children that you're the last one normally to get taken care of. And that's why we see, oh, the dad bod and stuff, which honestly, um, I totally understand. But long term, I want to be there for my children. So my health is something that's very important to me. That being said, I think Lifetime Fitness is unique in this particular way. The quality of the facilities are astonishing. What does this have to do with my house, though? Why do I care? Well, a lot of these people are paying all this money for HOAs and public pools and stuff. There's no way that they're going to have the same facility as they do at Lifetime Fitness. A lot of different classes, like for instance, like what my wife was paying for yoga is, and now what is getting the quality of the yoga that's currently there makes a lot of sense. A lot of the other cardio classes and that improve my agility, especially for soccer, the amount is just astonishing what's available for you. The pool, and now the most important thing is the resources for the kids. Okay, basically, to hire a babysitter now, it costs like $20 an hour. At Lifetime right now, I'm not getting paid by them or anything, okay? From my recollection, the deal that we got is basically $50 a month per kid. Okay, and it might change by the time you see this. You might see this a year later or whatever. And the prices might go up a little bit. But the point is, no matter what you think about, it costs $20 an hour to hire a babysitter. The Kids Academy costs $20 a month. And here's what's crazy, you can go 2 hours every single day. And not to mention, the quality of the care that your kids are going to get is astonishing. Basically, every single kid there is who's basic. I call it, even though they're 20 somethings, right? I consider them a kid. So these young adults are supervising the children. Most of them are extremely educated and really care about the kids. They do arts and crafts, they play games, and the children are never bored. So the point is that like they're running around and playing while you get to focus on your health and rejuvenate so you have more to operate. Like I believe God wants us to operate out of the overflow and he wants us to be generous and kind. And one of those ways that we do that is by taking care of ourselves. So that way, when you are basically taking care of yourself, you're rejuvenated and you can turn your love right back on and get right back to giving and supplying and supporting your family. Lifetime Fitness is amazing. And when I stopped worrying about how I look in the mirror, right? When I was playing soccer, I was like 150, jacked, really light, right? And now I'm like, okay, maybe I'm doing more strength training stuff, but I feel amazing. I might not look the way I want to look, but I feel absolutely fantastic. And I think that's really important when it comes to prioritizing that because now the fact that I enjoy going to the gym, it's like exercising begets more exercising. And this is important, I think, in real estate because when I'm looking at a home, I want to make sure that the whole point of buying a home is meeting your family's needs. And Lifetime gives you access to amazing pools and amenities. It gives you fantastic spas and jacuzzis. You have a phenomenal kids academy, great equipment, fantastic staff. And what's so funny is if you go on Google, I think like they have like 3.5 stars or something. And that something just blows my mind. Like, how does this gym even have 3.5 stars is just wild to me. Okay. I don't even know who could be so pretentious to think that like the service is bad. Like, I've never been mistreated by anybody there. And I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. Everyone has a complaint. Someone might have a bad experience. So basically, this Lifetime is the one that's close to my house right here. Okay. But if you notice, look where they're building. They're building in areas in which they know they're expanding. I would say these two gyms are like the oldest. This is another older one, the one in Scottsdale. And then the Lifetime Preview Center, this one here, there's another one getting built in Old Town, which If this one is the only one that isn't servicing children. All the other ones have kids academies and rock walls and all kinds of stuff. Oh, they even have rock walls too. They have all kinds of stuff, and they have pickleball courts. And some of the basketball guys were kind of upset about that because there were some with 2 courts, and then they got reduced down to 1 court. Rough. It's rough out there. But pickleball, basketball, swimming pools, kids academy. It's great. I mean, it's a great way to keep your family in shape and to a great way to just get out of the house, jump in the pool when it's hot out, work out. I think it's a great, improves your quality of life, and I think it's great value for money, especially for our family. So anywho, so this is where they're located, and I'm like, oh, guess what? All these areas are expanding greatly. I mean, the 303 didn't even exist 10 years ago. So just think about that. And sure enough, I think this is something to consider. So Lifetime Fitness, you bet. Like, I'm our next property. We're not. We joke. We might even tear the house down that we're currently living in and rebuild it just because we love the location so much. But it might be buying next to a Lifetime is probably going to happen. So food for thought. And then when my kids get older too, like when my kid turns 12, I want him to work out with me. I saw a son and a father work out in the gym, and it was just like, it was so awesome. I don't know, it just made me pumped. Food for thought. Yeah. Anywho, hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want a list of properties for sale in the area, we got lists for residential multifamily below. We also have lists of properties under $400,000. So that's also food for thought. And not to mention, I do have a loan program for fab homes that if you don't have solid credit or anything like that, it's okay. As long as you have a stable job and some money for a down payment, we can get you even into a manufactured home, which is not a joke these days. I mean, I just helped a client buy a manufactured home for $250,000. It's on an acre of land, and it's awesome. And there's people who think, oh, trailer park stuff, if it's prefab and manufactured home, and it's like, no, it's not like that anymore. So, and if you're looking to just buy some land with a house on it, this is not a bad strategy as well. So, reach out to me. We can definitely look for spots for you. That being said, I hope this is something that you consider. Like, it's kind of weird to say this, but Chick-fil-A's always have great retail locations. So if you look for Chick-fil-A, I can make another video about that. But here are the locations of all the Lifetime Fitnesses. And I think if you're in a couple minutes driving within a Lifetime, is not a bad strategy to look for a house. Guaranteed. And you know that Lifetime is doing a ton of research when they open up these 2 facilities. Like, hey, they see demographic growth. They see opportunities for themselves there. I mean, look, they're on the entrance of the 303 and the entrance over here. Like, they're so close to both 303s. Like, they could see a lot of potential moving out into the West Valley. So, food for thought and something fun to consider. All right, talk to you soon.